welcome to the second episode of the LA Galaxy Lab podcast. Today we have a special guest, Carlos,
What's up?
and we're going to get straight into the Dynamo game.
It was a tough game. It was super hot, and Houston was ready for that, and I think we were too, but it still affected us a lot. And to be honest, I hate to say it, but Chicharito wasn't playing good at all. He didn't really get the ball, but when he did, he didn't do much with it.
Yeah, they weren't passing to him. I think once Jonathan comes back, I think he'll know how to play with Chicharito, give him the passes, and, score a couple goals with us.
Yeah, they've played on the Mexican national team, and they're both great players. They're both top, high-class players for the Mexican national team. Obviously, Chicharito's the all-time leading scorer for the Mexican national team. And I think they could be great together with that chemistry.
Yeah.
That was all Bingham's fault. I don't know where he thought the goal was, but it's not 10 feet to your left.
He was equal with the left side post blocking the goal, and we saw Depay slide in and almost stop it, but it just beat him and got unlucky.
To be honest, Bingham has been doing that since last season. The same thing. He goes to the other side and just lets the goal go in.
Yeah,
hopefully he fixes it soon and not do those mistakes again.
So that was the negative side of that game, but let's go to the positive side now.
That golazo.
That Pavone goal assisted by Bingham. We saw Bingham boot it down the field to a running Pavone, and Pavone just sprinted until there was a defender cut back and shot it in the top corner. The keeper could do nothing about it. That was one of the best
90
by Pavone.
Banger.
Here's the thing. I know Chicha didn't do well that game at all on that. Like, he didn't get touches.
Yeah.
But there were 3 defenders, I believe, and Chicha dragged out 2 of them because 2 of them were marking him. Chicha was playing smart and made a run, which allowed Pavon to get around one defender and shoot.
That's true. That's what Chicha does. If you've seen him play in Europe, he always does that. And that was good how he did that. Pavon had a chance. He took it and he scored a banger, upper 90.
And I think that just shows what Pavone's going to do for us this season. He's already in mid-season form, played phenomenal.
Yeah.
And if we go to the other side of the wing, I don't think Kai did that good. He couldn't find his momentum, and obviously we saw Leggett come in, we saw Corona come in for him, and then Leggett play on the wing. And when he came out, GBS wasn't very happy with Katai.
Yeah, Katai had a chance, and it hit post. That was like the only chance he created, to be honest. I didn't really see him play that well. I mean, hopefully he gets into rhythm and starts playing good.
After he hit the post, I don't know what happened in his brain, but once he hit that post, I don't know if he got like...
His playing level just dropped.
But
his playing level just dropped.
Yo, very good.
Yeah, I think Depay, I think his debut was strong for a LA Galaxy 2 player like that. Don't think he did too bad, especially with not the best defender in People Gonzalez. I think he's at an all-time low right now. He was good. He was I think he was the captain of a Serie A team or something, and then he came to us and he just wasn't the same level. But I believe in he can get back to that level, but he has to work hard and he has to want to get back to that level.
They showed a great duel, both of them.
Yeah.
They both played really well. And then on the left side, Insua, what a player he is.
Insua wasn't having the best, stepped his playing level up a notch, and at the last 35, 40 minutes, he was great.
Yep.
Everyone
those crosses,
was doubting him, and then after halftime, he got way better.
Yeah.
Those crosses are what we needed, and now we have them. Rolf, how do you guys think he did?
I think he did good, and I actually think Felsher Rolf Felcher, who didn't do the best last season, did just as good as Insua. He had a great game.
He made
Yeah,
perfect sliding tackles
Yes.
against that
yes,
one winger.
yes. hmm I like to see that. He was running a lot and he was slide tackling. That's what I like.
Yeah.
LA Galaxy versus Vancouver. Home opener, new V block. What you guys think?
I know we unfortunately lost to them last season, which could have got us a home playoff game. But I honestly see this being an easy win. We got V-Block first game V-Block. Everyone's gonna want to be there. It's gonna be loud. We're gonna have those smoke bombs. We're gonna have lots of flags. Everyone's gonna be loud. And
Yep.
I think with the likes of Jonathan Dos Santos back, I think he can really uh, feed the
Hopefully,
ball to
hopefully.
Chicharito the way he likes. And I think Pavon's gonna continue his great play. And I think we're gonna blow by them easily. I know I predicted a 3-1 win in Houston, but
hmm
I can see this being an easy win.
Yeah, Vancouver's coming from a loss from SKC 3-1. So I'm thinking it's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be hard with Ali and Dan as a defender. He's really good, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But I think we could take the win. I see Chicharito scoring 2 or 1, in my opinion.
I see
And
I
I
see
see a win.
Chicharito scoring 1 and I see Pavon scoring 2.
I see a Pavon goal and a Jonathan Dos Santos goal. If he plays, which hopefully he does.
He's
So
supposed to.
it's gonna be a good game.
About the Alan Franco deal,
Yeah, I haven't heard about him in a couple weeks probably. It was getting crazy in Twitter, but now that I'm looking at it, there hasn't been any news. I heard he's been starting with his team, but that's pretty much it.
yep, and I think he's back to training. I think he's in full stride. I think he's accepted that they want to keep him, and I think Galaxy know that too. And I think that deal has died down, and I personally don't think it'll happen anymore. Sadly, I'd love to see him. He's, as I said last episode, he's that Yellow Van Dam type player. He would
hmm
be a great acquirement, but I guess we'll have to roll with Depay, Pipo, and Steres as our 3 center backs. Starting lineup on Saturday, I think it's going to be a 4-4-4-3-3, and I think Bingham in goal, Insua left back, Pipo and Pai center backs. I think the Pai will start again over Stairs because he had a good game. I think obviously Felcher had an amazing game. I think he's going to start at right back. I think
hmm
our 3 center mids, well, left center mid will be Dos Santos. Our right center mid will be Corona, and I think our right center mid will be Leggett, and then I think our cam will be Kleshton, and then our left wing Pavone, striker Chicha, and then right wing Katai. What do you guys think?
I think it's gonna be a 4-4-3 again. Bingham as goalie, Insua, Gonzalez, Depoy, and Fesser as defenders. But for the mid, I think it would be Jonah if he's healthy and he starts. It's gonna be Jonah and Joe Corona as a center mids. As Cam, I have Kelston, and then the wingers would be Pavon, Katai, and then Chicharito on top. That's my prediction.
Yeah.
I see a 4-3-3. I see Insua, Felcher, well, Bingham to start off. Insua, Felcher, Depoy, Pipo, and then center mids, Jonathan, Corona,
Yep.
and Sacha. And then Katai, Pavon, and Chicha.
Yep.
Okay. Now we are going to interview our special guest, Carlos. All
So
right.
how long have you been a Galaxy fan for?
Um, I've been a Galaxy fan since pretty much my whole life. Um, since 2001. I was born in 2001, but I've been taking into games since '01. Um, so yeah, pretty much my whole life. 18 years.
Have you had season tickets for how long?
I haven't. I haven't, but that's the thing I want to do for next year is get season tickets.
Okay.
All right, what do you think about our defensive problems?
I think it still needs a little bit of work. I think Franco would be the guy that we have been searching for a long time. I think with signing, I think our defensive problem will be solved.
All right, Carlos, what position in the standings think will be at the end of the season?
Looking for first place, but to be honest, it would be top three. It would be either of those. I don't think we'll go any lower. So I'm hoping is a top three.
So our next topic is a very unfortunate topic, but we would like to address it because there are rumors, and that would be coronavirus. And there's been some cases in the LA area, so LA County has warned Galaxy that they might have to do a closed-door game against Vancouver on Saturday, and that's the worst case scenario. Obviously, all the fans are excited for the home opener, and that would just suck if fans couldn't go to the game.
Yep.
Obviously, with coronavirus and
The,
other viruses, they suggest not having large gatherings of people, and that's what this game would be. Obviously, with the maybe 25,000 that would be there. And if one person has it, it can spread if you're within 6 feet, and obviously the seats are right next to each other. So that's why we might have to do a closed door game.
nothing official yet, but we'll have to see.
Yeah. If nothing is announced by Friday, I can't see a last minute announcement on Saturday.
Kevin
Yep.
Baxter said on Twitter, sports teams in LA County, including LAFC and the LA Galaxy, have been warned they may be asked to cancel games or play them in empty stadiums after the county declared a health emergency Wednesday to deal with the coronavirus. But as the worst case scenario, County Health Director Barbara Furrer, this could be that games are played but there are no spectators. This could be that there are limits to how people are going to gather. But I want to reassure everyone we are not there today.
Yeah, and
Yep.
obviously that last few words is huge, saying we're not there today. And unless a huge outbreak in the next 2 days, I don't think the game will be played with closed doors. If this was like a week before the home opener, obviously that would be a bigger chance of us having to play it with no fans there because it'll have more time to spread. But it's just a few days away, 3 days away.
Yep.
Okay.
Hopefully nothing happens and we're good and healthy.
Follower questions. So now we have some questions from fans, or followers. I guess we don't really have fans if we only have 400 followers. So, first question, how can we solve our defensive issues? Sign Alan Franco or someone like him. I think just a guy that can lead the whole defense. I don't think we need two center backs. We just need one that can lead the defense and play very well.
Uh-huh.
Think,
That'll
I
solve our
think about
problem.
it this way. We need someone like Polenta. Last year he was so good and he helped out so much in the back line even though they still sucked.
Yeah, I remember specific game, first game of the year, LAFC versus LA Galaxy. He locked down Vela. He had him in his pocket.
Yeah. He couldn't do everything by himself. He needed help. He was like the only pretty much good one there.
Yeah,
Um,
and I can't even imagine if we kept Polenta and signed Franco. That would be the best defense in the league.
yeah.
Two locked down big defenders that can lead a defense by themselves. All right, next question. Who do you think we would have signed if we didn't sign Chicha? I think there was a rumor. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but I'll just go for it. Dijonini.
Oh yeah.
He played in Saudi
He
Arabia, I believe.
yep. And he used to play for Santos. He
Yeah.
was one. There's always reports that Balotelli was coming to MLS.
I know
Yeah.
that early in the year there was a rumor about Cavani that lasted for about 2 days.
Yep.
Yeah. And
And
and we didn't know this at the time, but we were in contact with Messi's dad, and that would have been huge. Like, obviously, it's not going to happen because we signed Chicha, but
mhm,
I'm not saying we would have signed him, but there's a chance.
There's still a chance in the future, though.
Yeah, now we've reached out as the MLS team that wants him, saying that we've reached out when he's how old? 32? How old is he?
yep. No, I'm like 34 probably around there.
And he's
Yeah.
still arguably the best player in the world, so that's pretty impressive that we can even get in contact with him considering we're an MLS team. But
Messi is 32 years old.
when
32.
you think who's the one team that other countries know in the MLS? That's the Galaxy because we've signed Beckham, we've signed Zlatan, we've now signed Chicharito. We had Kobe Jones,
Jared, Steven
Pavone,
Gerrard,
Gerrard.
everybody.
We had Keane, who wasn't that big of a name, but he played at Tottenham.
Wasn't there also a rumor for Suarez that lasted about a day?
Yep.
Yeah,
He
but
said that in the future.
he was more linked with Seattle than us.
Yeah.
hmm
Okay, next question. I have two more. What is your favorite Galaxy game you've seen?
Oof.
There's a lot.
There's a
I'm
lot. Yep.
I'm not gonna say one. I'm gonna say two because I can't decide. 2014 MLS Cup, amazing game. Robbie Keane wins it in overtime, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep, wins it in overtime. Um, Donovan at the time retired a champion, then came back in 2016 because we weren't doing so well. But that was our first to five. We had us and DC United had four at the time, and that put us ahead. And now we're first to five, and now we're in a race to six.
Yep.
All right.
For me, it has to be when Donovan came back with the number 26. They subbed him in. It's probably like the 60th minute. I don't remember, but it was against Orlando. I remember. That was one of my favorite games because like one of my favorite players coming back. That was crazy. That was one of my favorite moments.
I forgot to say my second one. Obviously, I was there for this one. I wasn't there in 2014. I was watching
I think I know
from my
what it
couch.
is.
And I bet you know. LAFC
Yep.
versus LA Galaxy 4-3. Zlatan
Yep.
ties it with a 40-yard banger and then wins it in the 90th minute, 92nd or 91st minute,
I think it was 92nd.
91st or 92nd, and headers it. It's like 4 or 3-on-1. Headers it past the goalie. It goes in, and whole stadium just goes crazy. And this right here is a personal experience because there were some LAFC fans in my row that would walk by, like they would go out and come back in to get beer or whatever. And every time they'd go by, they'd say, "It's okay. It's not over yet. You guys still have time." And I remember I did the same thing when it was 2-3 because I knew we had momentum, and then I just kept doing it when it was 2-3, and then obviously 4-3.
Yeah.
I know he said favorite game, but I have three. First one, the 2014 MLS Cup, as you said. Second one, also the LAFC game. I remember there's this dude right in front of my row. Whenever they would score, he would like stand up and like hold his beer up and like say cheers. And then so when we scored 4-3, I grabbed my mom's beer, held it up to him, and said cheers. And so that was a great moment. And the third one, the 7-2 win over SKC.
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
7 goals. I don't know how we did it, but we did
Everybody
it.
scored. Everybody scored.
We
Mostly.
we tied that. We tied the most goals in an MLS game, I believe, in that game.
I think
Yeah.
we were either tied it or we were close.
Hmm. Something like that.
Okay, any more
Okay, so
questions?
the last question: what is your favorite Galaxy jersey of all time? You guys can go first because I went first last time.
Dude,
Um,
that's tough.
I think my favorite has the old school, the green and yellow with the stripes. The one Cienfuegos and Kobe and all them would wear. I think that was my favorite one. I think it's like 2004, 2003.
Yeah, 2004, 2005.
I
I think
think
it's
something like that, yeah.
Okay, so my favorite jersey is the same one as Carlos, but if we're gonna do a little bit more, my real favorite jersey is the one from 2 years ago, only because I have about like 15 signatures on it. But if we're going off design, the one that Carlos said.
Yeah.
okay. I have two, both by design, not by like one that I have. 2014 alternate 2014 alternate jersey. It was a remake with like our new designs and stuff of our first jersey ever. You
Oh
know, it
yeah,
had the
yeah.
black, it had the yellow, it had the red, it had the green, and a lot of people
Mhm.
said it was ugly, but it just popped. It just popped, and I
It
remember
was
us playing
different.
Seattle in 2014 or something, and I remember Juninho's goal in that jersey, and that solidified that jersey as one of my favorites of all time. And my second favorite, or like they're tied first, is the 2011 LA Galaxy home jersey.
Hmm.
I remember specifically Donovan and Beckham wearing it, and it just like it was so simple, but it was so good. It was just white with the black or the navy blue shoulders, and it was just so clean. It was slick. I think that's gonna wrap it up for us in the second episode of the LA Galaxy Lab podcast. Thank you guys for listening in, and make sure to like and subscribe and comment. And we'll be back in Vancouver and a preview on LA Galaxy versus Inter Miami in Inter Miami's first home game.
Make
Thanks for
sure
having
to
me,
follow Carlos's Insta.
Carlos
Carlos,
with a
with a
Z
Z.
dot 100.
I'll
Thanks
put
for
a
me.
picture of it on the YouTube video.
See you next week.